Sometimes I just get in the room and we play a set, and I was thinking of this like all day, just a and then just like try to figure out what that is, and then Sean will do something, and it'll make me think, oh, it'd be cool after that, blah 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 blah, and we just do that until it's cool.
Welcome to the Dreams of Consciousness podcast. If you'd be so kind, would the three of you mind introducing yourselves?
Hi, I'm Johnny from Concrete Caveman.
I'm Sean, and I play drums in Concrete Caveman.
I'm Jimmy. I play bass in Concrete Caveman.
Yeah, I do the other stuff too, I guess.
Guitar and vocals, right, Johnny?
Yeah.
I do some vocals as well, bass and some vocals.
And fellas, if you don't mind, how would you describe the music of Concrete Caveman? What kind of music do you make?
Something in between death metal, hardcore, and grindcore. We all got a little bit of ADHD, so we really couldn't figure out what. And in the process, we kind of call it, I guess, death punk, because it's not necessarily grindcore. It's not necessarily death metal. It's not necessarily hardcore. Its own little thingy. So that's what I would call it.
Yeah, that's what.
You can call it whatever you want, though.
Yeah, exactly. I think that covers everything.
Would the punk side maybe be the shortness of your songs?
Yeah. The shortness of the songs, sometimes it comes from the riffs. Like sometimes I'll be writing a song and it just comes out more simple. Still a bunch of chords and stuff more than a typical punk song, but it's got that attitude. It's got that tempo, maybe lyrically a little bit as well.
I think there's a rawness. There's a rawness to a lot of the songs, I think, which has an influence on punk, I would say.
I would say we make punk records. We don't go out and try to make modern metal records. We do most of the stuff live, an overdub here and there, vocals overdubbed, but like instrumentally, the last two have been all live, and I feel like that gives us part of that sound.
So no triggers, no Pro Tools recordings, just you guys.
Oh, we use triggers. We just mic them through a PA.
Oh, I definitely use triggers. Hell yeah.
Okay.
We're using the triggers.
We got the sample pads and everything.
Yeah.
But live recordings in terms of all you guys in a room together.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's a band in a room with a bunch of microphones. Us just trying to play the song as best as we possibly can.
So can you tell me a little bit about what brought you guys together and what your goals were at the time?
We played together since high school. Different things here and there. This is the culmination of all of that. It's, we've played all the different kinds of music probably at different periods of, 10 years, different bands. And this was kind of the put it all together and call it Concrete Caveman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of different forms, different bands,
Different iterations, different lineup.
I was away from it for a bit. Like I feel like we've all had a musical journey to kind of get to this point, and it's like John said, a culmination of that kind of everything previous all put into this band. And I think that's kind of where all these different influences come from. And I think it all kind of comes together here.
Did you have the style in mind already when you guys got together? Did you want it to be this death punk style?
I would say the previous band was kind of like a prototype to it. And I, at that time, was just doing vocals. And I got picked up the guitar again. And then I kind of wanted to just write the same kind of songs, but just a little bit more to them, a little bit more power chords, but like different power chords. It's like I'm jerking the guitar.
This previous band is more of just a straight up kind of like hardcore, not hardcore, but it's like more of like a punk band, I would say. Do you agree with that, John? Like there's kind of
totally.
That was more just straight up punk, whereas this is a combination of it all. I wasn't necessarily part of it, but Sean and John were in a death metal band, more strictly death metal before the punk band. So it's been kind of, like I said, kind of like a meandering journey musically.
Was the previous death metal band Gross?
No, I wasn't Gross though. I played bass with Gross for a while. That was just like something that I was in like 3 bands during COVID because there was nothing else to do. And
Right.
That was one of the 3 bands.
Okay.
But the band that was the death metal band was Mindless Flesh.
I see. Okay.
And that was fun.
So when and how did you guys arrive at the sound? When did it make sense for you to do this this death punk kind of thing?
When? Fuck.
I believe we
Probably when you're working on that demo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe I think, John, you kind of came forward like with the songs. I think it was like, honestly, like, wasn't it like literally right before COVID itself started? Like we had.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, it was kind of like, 2020. It was kind of, the punk band was kind of, I don't know, like fizzling out, it seemed. And I don't know. I think.
I had those songs.
Yeah, John had songs, and I think 3 of us wanted to continue it in a different way, and this all kind of came together.
Johnny, do most of the songs start with you?
Not always. Sean, a lot of times, he practices all the time, and he'll send me fucking videos of him playing, and I'll be like, dude, I'll write something for that. Or even at practice, he'll be like, I thought of this thing. And most of the time, the songs really come together in the room together when we're all there. We all, put our heads together. And I might have a riff to start, but not always. Sometimes I just get in the room and we play a set, and I was thinking of this like all day, just and then just like, try to figure out what that is, and then Sean will do something and it'll make me think, oh, it would be cool after that, blah 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 blah, and we just do that until it's cool. Wouldn't you say that's right, boys?
Yeah,
I'd say that's right. I'd say usually you, John, usually there's an idea of a riff or something, and then it's all kind of, I think it's all kind of based on that. And then, we'll like you said, in the room, we'll kind of throw stuff around, and then it actually becomes a real song, not just an idea, And we add, lyrically, me and John will, do our thing.
Yeah, definitely, starts with John, I think, majority of the time. And then we all get together and really iron it out, get the kinks out, and make it sound good and cool.
When are you guys happy with the song? When do you know you have something finished?
Oh, man.
It's tough. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
It's just a feeling,
That might be different for everybody, but a song's only really ever done when you record it. I feel like all songs have a lifespan, and eventually
well, some aren't even done when you record it. Some evolve after you record it.
Yeah.
So, it's true. Yeah, it's funny.
Wow, that is a song.
I'm happy with a song when I get to do fast double bass. That's when I'm happy in a song. When I get to do some blast beats, and when I do that, then I'm happy, and then everything else falls into place.
I mean, writing shit's fun too. That makes me happy.
Absolutely.
We practiced last weekend, and we wrote a song. Like, I didn't have a riff. I just was like, I want to do a D-beat death metal song and fucking throw a breakdown in there and fucking put in some double bang fucking guitar solo shits, and then play like really fast.
Yeah.
And we just used that as like a template, and then it just manifested itself in the room.
Yeah, very spur of the moment, which is always good, I think. And I think
we played it like 10 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we played it over and over and over and over.
Because it was so fun. I would say I was having a lot of fun. That was making me pretty happy.
Yeah, for sure.
Sean, does every song need a blast beat?
No, definitely not every song. Definitely not every song. But it certainly helps.
Most do, I would say, right?
It certainly helps. Yeah.
I think most of our songs do, right?
I think they do.
I'm thinking, like, honestly,
Oh, shit.
the new record, every song's got a blast beat in there, right?
I guess they do. Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, to answer your question, yes.
They don't, except when they do, right?
That's right. Exactly.
at the time we're having this conversation, you guys just released a new EP called War Behind Glass through Strange Mono Records. Tell me about the EP. When did you guys start working on the EP? Or I guess when did you have enough songs that you knew you wanted to release an EP?
I think we kind of like had 5 in our heads for a while, like because our songs are short. Felt like 5 would necessitate like a long enough time frame to put it on wax or something, like 10 minutes. We were shooting for like something like that. But like we started writing that stuff right after Feral. We played 2 of them at the release show that we played for Feral. So some of the songs are kind of like over a year old at this point.
Yeah, so I think 2 of the songs, it was, they're like were written before Feral was even released.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Like it was,
But I didn't have words.
Yeah. The idea was there.
We're putting out this VHS tape with footage from the Feral Live show at the Snake Pit last year. And I don't say a single word in any of the new songs. I'm just just making sounds. So they weren't done.
No.
But they were definitely like good enough for us to be fucking playing them live because they were so fun.
Yeah.
And Cosmic Casket was like an idea for like.
Yeah, that didn't get completed until kind of right before we recorded, right? That was pretty late, wasn't it?
I think that was probably the last one that we were like, yeah, that's done.
Yeah. Especially like lyrically. I remember like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lyrically, that song is a little different than the rest. I always thought it would be cool if you like, instead of having your body buried or burned, just have it like thrown in space and like drift around for like ever, frozen. Maybe. I don't know how science works, but if that were like how it works, that would be cool. I don't know. Maybe you explode. We should do some tests. When I die, throw my body into space. What I'm saying. But I always thought it was a cool idea. So I kind of wanted to write about that. And then like, what happened if you made it to the edge of the universe, found God, and then you killed him? So, yeah. That took a while to figure out how to put words to.
So for longer songs like Cosmic Casket, and I think you have a longer song at the end of Feral as well, right?
Yeah, time will tell.
Oh yeah. There's like it's like two or 2.5, maybe 3.
I think it gets to about 3 minutes, which for us is a longer song.
Cosmic Casket's like 4.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Wow.
In the little today.
Gotta check.
Is that to vary up the pace? Do you guys like to write longer songs just to change things up a bit?
Yeah, I do like slow bands, and a lot of the first stuff that like got me into heavy stuff was slow, and I like to break out the 7-string guitar every so often. Most of the time, we're just playing in standard, like E standard or drop D, but it is fun to break that fucking 7-string out, and whenever I do, it will tend to make me want to play a little slower.
7-string tuned down?
It's just the regular B standard that you tune the 7-string to.
Okay.
It's lower, yeah, than like a regular guitar.
Okay. So something else about this EP is that through Strange Mono, you guys are donating the proceeds to Doctors Without Borders. How did the benefit come about? Is that something that Strange Mono does for all their releases?
Yeah, they're a benefit label. All the proceeds to all their records go to whatever the band decides. And we just thought that was a good one to go with this time around. I think last time there was like, a giant ape monster on there. And we were like, okay, let's give the money to somebody to help gorillas. Gorillas need doctors. It's gorilla doctors. That's what we did. This time around, it's called War Behind Glass, so maybe just give the money to the people that are currently the worst in their face.
So I'm actually not that familiar with Strange Mono. Can you tell me a little bit about them and how you guys ended up getting signed to them? Or is it like a release to release kind of thing where you decide who you want to release the albums through?
I mean, it's always been a lot of like really easy to work with Dan. Dan's our boy. Initially, he hit us up a while ago to put out one of our songs on a 7-inch comp he was doing, and we had never been on vinyl, so we just said, "Sure, that's awesome. Put us on there." And he was like, "Yeah, if you guys ever want to do a fucking album, I'll do it." And so we did. You know,
Yeah.
he's easy to work with. When we got to know him, and yeah, it's been a pleasure working with Strange Mono. Good cats.
Yeah, it really has. Dan's a good guy. Like John said, super easy to work with, super accommodating to whatever we wanted to do, which is awesome.
Yeah, I'll just like I'll send him stuff, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's awesome. Let's do it."
Yeah. Yeah, he's down for whatever, pretty much.
Yeah, within reason.
Within reason, yeah.
We put this 45 out, and I did all the insert work, and I wanted to do like a clear insert with it because we're behind glass. I thought that would be sick. I don't, all the cool stuff that comes with the record makes the record, and I work at a place where that's available to me. And I printed it all out, cut them all up. I think I cut another 80 before the show. And yeah, he was like, "Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Let's do that." Yeah.
So Johnny, you're talking about the artwork inside the 7-inch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you work at like a screen printing place?
No, it's just it comes in on a roll, and we have like one of them fucking Epson laser printer Johns.
Okay. Where did you guys end up recording the EP?
We work with Dan.
Another
Dan Angel.
Yeah.
Different Dan.
A different Dan.
Different Dan Angel.
A lot of Dan. We work strictly with Dans.
Yeah, a lot of Dan. Recorded with our.
We're like the way the Dan do it. Dan's always been good to us.
Yes.
I'll tell you how good this Dan is. This Dan is pretty good.
We've got Dan 1 on line 2 and Dan 2 on line 1.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan Angel is
He's the man.
the best guy. He really is to me. He's the best guy to work with.
Yeah.
He's also extremely accommodating to any band that works with him. And he's just super excited for everyone all the time, it seems like. And he's so easygoing and ready to try new things,
Do weird shit.
with each band that he records, and it's very refreshing and nice to just work with easygoing people like that, and for those types of people to be so willing, I guess, to try new things and not be kind of like, "Oh, this is kind of more of what I like to record," or whatever. Like, he's just like, "Fuck yeah, let's do whatever you want." And then he'll put his own like twist on it and just be like, "What do you guys think about this sound?" And we're either like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, that sounds great," or it's like, "Oh, we kind of like the first take." And he's like, "Great, that's super cool, that works." And it's just as easy as that. Dan Angel, number 1.
Yeah, for sure. He's, I don't know, extremely accommodating like that. And extremely talented at what he does, and extremely knowledgeable. And like Sean was saying, doesn't make the record about him, makes it about the band, really, and wants to really figure out what sounds best, and is willing to try different crazy techniques. It's been a great experience. All of our stuff pretty much we've recorded with him. Yeah, all of our
stuff, yeah.
All of our EPs of the album, it's all been with Dan at his warehouse, or his warehouse space. So it's been worked out well for us, I really think.
He's got all this old shit, like
He's got a lot of cool old gear, that's for sure.
stuff, knobs, sliders, tubes, buttons, and then he's like, "Hey, go over there and touch that stuff and see what happens." And then we do, and it's like, "Whoa,
It's just true.
what the hell is that?"
It's true.
Yeah.
And it's all physically there. Like, I don't know. Like turning a knob is cool, but like if you're like just sitting at a computer and you like push 9 and then you're like, I don't know, how does 7 sound? Oh wait, let me try 8. Like I don't know how mixing works, but just having fun with the buttons and the sliders is all worth it.
It looks cool
Yeah.
and it also sounds cool.
It looks like he's in a big space station.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan,
especially in his new spot.
yeah.
His new spot is hyperbolic.
Yes. That's a great way to describe it.
That's why we were. That's why we wanted to record, because fucking Dan was moving.
Yes. I forgot about that whole thing.
Dan was at the spot that we recorded Feral, and we recorded Chasm there too, and he was telling us, it was like, yeah, it's time, I gotta fucking move on. He was like, if you know anybody that's looking for a spot, and he eventually found one, but like he was on a deadline, and I was like, I want to get in there one last time. So
Yeah.
that kind of also was like, all right, 5 songs, 10 minutes. Let's get it there before he's done in that spot, because that shit was so cool there.
Okay, I see. So because Dan had this deadline for when he had to move out of the space, you guys work with him at that space one last time.
Yes.
And then once you had the recording, Strange Mono put it out. Is that basically how it happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Well, we told Dan from Strange Mono that we were going to work with Dan Angel, and yeah, he was like, okay, let's do it. And then we did it, and here we are. It's out. It feels like it's been out forever for me, but it's apparently only been 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been sitting on the songs for a little bit. We recorded them back late May of this year, so it's been a little
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend of this year. It's like end of May. So
did we track all of it that weekend? I think we tracked most of it.
We did.
Even the vocals and shit?
We tracked all of it in one day, I believe. Didn't we?
I thought we did it one day. Yeah.
Yeah, we tracked it all actually in one day, and we started mixing right that second. Or we tracked it all to one day, and I think even we started vocals that day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was the whole process of the recording was done over a 3-day weekend, pretty much, from what I recall.
I had to go there a few times to mix and master it, I think, but not too many.
Yeah, but the bulk of it was really done that weekend, with the instruments being recorded in that one day, and then vocals that day and the next day, and then mixing. It was pretty concise process we had. We weren't wasting any time. We were getting it done as quick as we could. But I don't know. I think
that's the way we like to work. That's how it's always been.
Yeah, it's how it's always been with our recording. So
demo was one day, mixed and mastered, tracked and everything. Maybe we took 2 days on Chasm. I think we took in total a week on Feral, with the tracking and the mixing and the mastering, broken up over a period of time.
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
And then this time, Memorial Day weekend.
Yep.
Because we track it live, and if you get the take, you get the take. And we like to. I split my guitar amps. I get a bunch of guitar amps going at the same time. This time I used my half stack and my Line 6 Spider 3 practice amp on insane mode.
Got to go insane mode.
As the second guitar tone. Shit was insane, brother. Yeah. Dan's always willing to try stupid shit like that, though. I mean, we recorded vocals out of a guitar amp 2 or 3 times. I think the first time it was a PA with the tube screamer in it. We always track vocals through the PA, which I feel like really adds the liveness to it. And recording vocals in a fucking isolated room with headphones that suck, and you gotta make sure that they're plugged in and shit. Fucking I hate that. It's never just gonna stay plugged in. And it's quiet, it's awkward. You're trying to sound like a demon, and you're like, damn, I don't sound that cool. But when you put a PA behind it, You got the mic. It's just like when you're playing live. You can move around. You just mic the PAs, put some room mics in there, throw a fucking mic in the staircase, put it on the roof, and then put it all together, and then it sounds awesome.
Yeah. I think in general, really, we're recording. We're trying to capture how we are live, I think. And that's why we recorded live. But I think like that's really our goal there. That's what feels natural, I think, at least for me.
I would say generally our songs we sound like when we're playing live. We don't do too many overdubs. This time,
No, they're kind of written to be able to play live, honestly.
yeah.
Like there's not a ton of bells and whistles that are hard to replicate. It's all kind of there for a purpose,
Sean, do you want to say anything about capturing your drum sound? You did mention that you use triggers.
Yeah, I mean, I've been using triggers for a while, and it's super easy with Dan. Like I said, he's super accommodating with all of the gear that he has, and it's kind of the same situation, the condenser mics on the top, and I got the what are those called, John? He had like barriers next to me, I guess just sound barriers or whatever. And
So we like set it up like a stage, right?
Yeah.
So like the bass is on one side, Sean, and then the other guitar amps. I think this time since I was only running the practice amp and I did the two guitar amps next to each other, but like some like partitions in between the drums and the stuff. Try to get a little separation, as much as you can when you're playing live, and that kind of helps. But Sean, you ran your triggers through the PA as well when we tracked live, and we also mic'd those PAs so that you get the direct and everything. You blend it all together. It's a lot of. I'm telling you, this guy's a fucking wizard. He's got all the direct stuff going, mics on the instruments in the rooms. I wasn't joking about the staircase mic. That's like the spooky mic in that spot, and
it's like a secret weapon. It's got some cool
it's
stuff.
a secret weapon.
Yeah,
you throw that shit on the vocals, and it sounds like you're fucking flying demon or some shit.
Yeah,
but yeah, Dan makes my drums sound good.
Dan makes it sound good,
Yes.
and we like it.
And that's all I can ask for. That's more than I can ask for.
yeah. The drums sound amazing, I think, and Dan's a drummer himself, so he gets that. He's in that world, which makes sense.
Conquering the world, inventing consciousness.
So how does it work with miking the drum set and the triggers going through the PA? Do you have mics on you playing live, and then you're also recording the PA sound,
Yeah.
or is he like outputting to like
So like it's like
to like a MIDI to like a program somewhere?
yeah. So like it's all going into his computer, right? He does have the computer, but that's like connected to this really old mixing board and shit. But yeah, I think the direct signal from the triggers from the module itself, recording directly into that board with a bunch of other shit that he's got plugged into it. Like he's like the knobs and the stuff also gets involved in the mixing, and yeah, he'll figure it out. He does. I could never do that stuff. For one, I hate chords. Like it's bad enough I gotta have two for my guitar and that fucking shit. That show the other day, I unplugged it. I was eating my cord. I thought it looked cool. Made some weird sounds, but I don't like those things. Managing all that, real headache, I'm sure.
So is Dan's old studio Sex Dungeon Studios, or is that the new one?
Okay, so there was an in between. So the Sex Dungeon was the original one, and then he moved to this new spot.
Iron Fortress, wasn't it? Isn't that what it was called?
Well, he was at Iron Fortress, where he was like working there when that was like a
Or Hidden.
Hidden Fortress, not Iron.
Yeah.
Or Hidden Fortress, yeah.
Yeah, he was there for
Yeah,
a bit.
Pud 2. It was also called Pud 2 at one point in time.
Yeah.
It was like in its rawer stages, and he was in between Sex Dungeon, that spot we recorded Feral at. That was over like a meat. It was next to a fucking slaughterhouse, and then underneath was like a metal shop.
Yeah.
And there was like a metal artist that was like fabricating and stuff, and it just got to a point recently, where it was like, all right, trying to record. You don't want to hear me. I don't want to hear you. It's time. It was one of those kind of.
It was a kind of conflict of the space, it seemed, from what
trying to fucking record
you got
above a
metal,
fucking.
it's hard to record when you have a metal shop downstairs. So
It would sound cool, but like also if you're trying to do something quiet, pain.
yeah. Yeah. It makes it tough to record.
Cool spot though.
Yeah.
My neighbors are frequently, because I'm living in an apartment building, my neighbors are frequently doing renovations, and so every so often you get this like swans like drilling noise coming in through the mic. So I can relate to his frustration.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did get some weird birds.
Yeah.
At the end of Cosmic Casket from the live mics. I think I was recording vocals, and I could hear them in my fucking headphones, and I was like, push record.
Yeah.
We'll put it somewhere. We're trying to record.
I guess there's staircase mic was picking up the outside sound, like birds and a car going by. And that's what you hear at the very end of Cosmic Casket as it kind of fades out, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, sounds awesome, dude.
It sounds like you guys are very, you're not that precious about the studio time. Like if things are happening, you just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, we make good time.
When we're in the studio, we make it happen. But I think, I don't know.
But you do know when things are happening to let them happen. If it's happening, push the button.
Yes.
Push the button.
Yup. It's all about capturing, when something's going good. You kind of have that feeling.
That's why I really like to do vocals day one. Like, get through the guitars, get through the live, get it sounding good enough. All right, let me go, please. Because the second day's never as good. Sometimes, that first day you get like a few good rounds, like the Tyson Paul fight. He had like 2 good rounds, and then it was all downhill from there.
Topical.
So
I didn't even know that was going.
I get a lot of gas, and then I gotta fucking let it go. Gas goes bad.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, getting riled up, fucking only eating goldfish and drinking whiskey, it gets you in the right headspace to really rock.
Yeah, because it's coming back to me now. That first day we got all the music done, then you went right into vocals, John. That first day of recording.
Yeah, I was like, no, let's go.
And then I think second day of recording, first thing we first got there, I did my vocals. And then I think you did the rest of yours, John. That second day.
Yep.
Then now we got into the mixing. Now the timeline's coming back to me.
Yep. It feels like a lifetime ago.
It really does, man. It's it's like what a good 6 months ago, more than 6 months.
Ah, yeah.
So Dan Angel also mixed and mastered this album, right?
Yes.
Beyond his role as an engineer, what did you want him to bring to the sound of the EP?
I guess that'd be what Dan does. And just, we've worked with him so much. We knew what he brought to the table. And we just had a level of comfortability there that we felt like he was the guy to do it with again.
Yeah, just that really raw, real sound, I think sometimes is lacking in a lot of modern music. It's like, I don't know. It just feels real. The records feel like warm working with him. Like, I don't know. It just feels organic and real is the way I would put it. And I think he's accomplished that on all of our releases.
And I think you guys said that you really wanted to capture your live sound. Do you feel like this is a good representation of what people can expect if they see you live?
Yeah, I would say so for sure. I think it's very accurate kind of how we sound live. There's like John was saying, there's not too much. There's really instrumentally, there's hardly any overdubbing at all, except maybe on Hijacked, there's a guitar solo. But I think instrumentally, that's the only thing that was overdubbed. We did do the vocals later, but instrumentally, the only thing overdubbed is that one solo. So I think that translates pretty well to how it sounds live, because basically it is live on that record.
Yeah, it's me on a really, really, really good day. I was trying to do like a Tony Iommi sort of Black Sabbath sort of thing, where like play the same solo twice, but you don't play exactly the same, and it kind of just sounds like,
Yeah.
I thought that would sound better with one more guitar.
Sean, is there anything you want to add about the production of the album?
Yeah, just, if you're a drummer listening to the record, you can definitely point out all the times I fucked up, and it gives it a more real sound, I feel like. And that's all I hear when I listen to it back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just a human man, I swear.
Yeah,
so.
I feel the same way. There's this one note on bass that I think I maybe played a wrong note, and it sticks out to me all the time.
I guess we got to re-record it, Jim.
Oh, you got to redo everything.
I did everything perfectly.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. But that's the band.
No, part of that I like that imperfection is, I think it makes it real though. Maybe that's the punk side of our sound, but like, I don't know, that imperfection is like, it's interesting to me. At least for me personally.
Concrete Caveman.
Yeah, it's definitely not like a hyper polished sounding record where every hit is exactly the same, and everything is like picture perfect. There's definitely things that are a little natural, and raw, and that's what we were trying to get the sound to sound like.
For sure.
Well, as a band, lyrically, most of our songs are like technology's bad, right? So
that's kind of the theme of the record. Yeah,
we got
to use some of it, but not all of it. I don't know. We're like death metal Amish. I don't know.
Death metal Amish.
Up until a certain point, it's okay.
We like
but
yeah. We like technology when it has knobs and a bunch of buttons on it and stuff. That looks cool.
Like, we'll put headlights on the fucking horse and carriage because we have to. Or else fucking kill us, if we got to do it, we'll do it. No bullshit though.
Yeah.
No more bullshit. Okay. That's what this band's about. No more bullshit.
Yes.
So you guys played a release show when the EP came out a couple days ago. Do you have any plans for 2025 as far as tours or festivals or anything like that?
Nothing festivals or tours wise. We got some shows lined up and stuff, but kind of recently we decided to take a step back from playing as many shows and kind of work on a movie for this album, for this EP or whatever. So we've kind of been taking a lot of time doing that. And that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
We're going to start dropping videos from that this week. So probably by the time this is out, you can go to our Instagram and watch some of these videos that we've been making.
Yeah, and it'll be Instagram.
They might still be up. Hopefully they'll still be up. It's a bunch of guys getting exploded, fucking faces are ripped off. It might give you a seizure. We turn into a giant death planet that's bold, and I've crawled out of a hole. It's a bunch of cool stuff. We got a bunch of cool stuff coming.
Yeah, and that'll be all up on the Concrete Caveman Instagram.
Maybe YouTube.
And perhaps YouTube? Maybe YouTube?
Might be age restricted, but as long as you're able to trick a computer that you're over the age of 18, you can announce it.
But I think Instagram is really the place to go to see all the stuff you should see for Concrete Caveman.
Concrete Caveman Band.
Yep, Concrete Caveman
Instagram. Hashtag.
So tell me a little bit about the videos. I watched the one for Neanderthal With A Gun. I didn't realize that there were more coming out. Is there a narrative? Like, are these all tied together?
No, they're not all tied together. That would be cool, but like, I don't think my brain's that big, and like, they're all about a bunch of different stuff. So kind of like just whatever the theme of the song, is or pertains to. We tried to find a way to capture that visually with no budget. We took some money out of the band fund to buy, pig's brains and fake skeletons and stuff. But, it's all just us and a camera and some friends and just like hours on a computer fucking editing it together and trying to make it look cool.
John, were you the one editing these?
Yeah. My buddy Drew, he films it.
Yeah, shout out to Drew. He filmed most of it. Andrew Busott.
Not a Dan, but a Drew.
Yeah.
Also good to have. And we got probably the best one, I'd say. He's been helping us out with this. He's really good with the camera. He does all that sort of this stuff. He'll be like, I'll call him and be like, hey, Drew, I got this idea. And he's like, I don't know how the fuck we're going to do that. I'm like, we're going to fucking figure it out. And we fucking do every time. And it's been fun.
Johnny, is this something that you do professionally? Are you...
No.
Okay.
No, I went to art school, so I think I know how to do everything. So I tried. Yeah, debt. I have that too. But maybe, hit up Jab Productions for your own little slice of Caveman music video. Maybe we'll start doing that in the future. I don't know. But yeah, it's just me and Drew, a whole bunch of buddies doing some fun stuff, figuring it out.
It's funny. I just put out an interview with a band who does like kaiju themed death metal.
Oh, Oxygen Destroyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking rule. I have Godzilla tattoos, so I fucking know. These fucking guys that... If there's a band out here using fucking Gamera samples and playing with a fucking cardboard fucking city in front of them, I'm gonna know about it. Yeah, but good boys.
But I was talking to Jordan from Oxygen Destroyer, and I was basically saying, you could do your own like kaiju like music videos. It's probably not as difficult as you might think it is. I mean, I think like you said, there's a little bit of an investment where you have to buy the costumes and things like that. But like if you know how to edit videos, then and if you have somebody with a professional camera who's willing to
just figure it out.
Yeah.
Just figure it out. It's so much fun just figuring it out. If you think you can do something, fucking give it a shot. If it sucks, okay, whatever. You fucking tried. like I don't know. Give it a fucking shot. Do the thing. Do the thing that you think you did that's too hard. Because it's probably not that hard. Do it. Just fucking do it.
So that's a good thing to leave listeners with. War Behind Glass is out now through Strange Mono Records. Jimmy, Johnny, and Sean, please tell everyone how they can order the new album. What's the best way to get it?
Get it through Strange Mono on Bandcamp or Big Cartel. I should know more links, but I don't. But you have Google. Google knows. I've been Concrete Caveman. We're Behind Glass.
Yeah, it's Concrete Caveman, the Strange Mono Bandcamp, Concrete Caveman.
You'll fucking figure it out. Come on. I was telling you.
If you go, yeah.
This whole time. Just figure it out. It's not that hard, dude.
Yeah, honestly.
Google. You don't even know how to go do anything.
Yeah, if you Google Concrete Caveman, We're Behind Glass, the Strange Mono Bandcamp will come up. And on that page, it has, our EP and the songs, and has a link to where you can buy the 7-inch. How about the tape? What about the tapes too? That's through Frozen Streams.
Frozen Streams. Gotta give a shout out to Frozen Streams.
Yeah, Frozen Streams. We have cassettes out of the EP as well, and same thing through their Bandcamp. You can get that.
So, am I understanding it correctly that the 7-inch is actually black, but the insert is translucent?
Yes.
Okay. And the 7-inch is limited to 200 copies, right?
Yes.
What about merch? Does all the merch go through your Bandcamp page, or do you have a separate page?
Merch, we don't have anything up there just this second. But by the time this interview is over, and maybe you're listening there, listener, we'll probably have more shirts and stuff up there. We do have a VHS of the last release show at the Snake Pit for Feral, available on Strange Mono. Also, I've been dubbing those tapes all week. It's really cool. Me and Deacon from the Rocker Show spliced together a bunch of footage that he took on a VHS camera, and we put like Godzilla movies in between. He had this like weird splitter thing. I know we're supposed to be wrapping up, but he had this cool toy with a knob on it and switched between two tapes. We made this cool thing. $15, Strange Mono, Bandcamp.
Yeah. Really cool live footage. If you're want to see live footage of us playing, it's really cool footage with movie stuff in there too. It's cool stuff.
And the other bands. There's some of the other bands that played that night as well. Ground, Charcuterie, Bone Weapon, Hematoid. All great Philly bands.
Yeah. And that's on the Strange Mono Bandcamp as well. You'll see that there.
But we'll have a cover t-shirt for this last album up on Bandcamp shortly. Also.
Very, very cool. And Instagram is the place to go to get updates and see the videos and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, we really don't got anything else. Facebook is like not a thing.
Yeah, Instagram's where to see everything. It'll have videos, has all the links as well for whatever you want. So it's a good hub to go to.
I don't have a Twitter. I can't get the Twitter. I've never had a Twitter. I'm 30. I don't have X. I'm not
It's probably the best thing, I think.
Probably for the best.
I'm not gonna get that shit. So yeah, Instagram.
At Concrete Caveman on Instagram?
Concrete Caveman Band.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to say?
Thanks for listening. Check out We're Behind Glass.
I was just about to say it. Thanks for listening.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
The gun again.